page 24.1, chapter 24, Panchayats, Municipalities, Commissions and Major Issues of Indian polity. Following the 1. Panchayati Raj. Following the Gandhian concern for the rural poor, Article 40 of the Constitution in the chapter on directive principle of state policy lays down that the state shall take steps to organize panchayats and bestow on them such powers and authority as may be necessary to enable them to function as units of self-government, beginning with the community development projects followed by the two Mehetas within bracket Balwant Rai Mehta Committee and Ashok Mehta Committee bracket closed. A landmark was achieved through 73rd and 74th constitutional amendments which added to new schedules 11th and 12th. Part 9 from Articles 243 to 243O deal with the institutions of panchayats. Article 243 defines panchayats to include Gram Sabha, Gram Panchayat, a panchayat at the intermediate level as also one at the district level. The constitutional provisions relating to panchayats can be stated as follows. 243A, Gram Sabha. A Gram Sabha may exercise such powers and perform such functions at the village level as the legislature of a state may by law provide. 23B, Constitution of Panchayats. 1. There shall be constituted in every state panchayats at the village, intermediate and district levels in accordance with the provisions of this part. 2. Notwithstanding anything in clause 1, panchayats at the intermediate level may not be constituted in a state having a population not exceeding 20 lakhs. 243C, Composition of Panchayats. 1. Subject to the provisions of this part, the legislature of a state may by law make provisions with respect to the composition of panchayats, provided that the ratio between the population of the territorial area of a panchayat at any level and the number of seats in such panchayat to be filled by election shall, so far as practicable, be the same throughout the state. 2. All the seats in a panchayat shall be filled by persons chosen by direct election from territorial constituencies in the panchayat area, and for this purpose each panchayat area shall be divided into territorial constituencies in such a manner that the ratio between the population of each constituency and the number of seats allotted to it shall, so far as practicable, be the same throughout the panchayat area. Chapter 24, Panchayats, Municipalities, Commissions and Major Issues of Indian Polity. Page 24-2. 1. Panchayati Raj. Continued. 3. The legislature of a state may by law provide for the representation A. of the chairpersons of the panchayats at the village level, in the panchayats at the intermediate level, or in the case of a state not having panchayats at the intermediate level, in the panchayats at the district level. B. Of the chairpersons of the panchayats at the intermediate level, in the panchayats at the district level. C. Of the members of the House of the People and members of the Legislative Assembly of the state representing constituencies which comprise wholly or partly a panchayat area and a level other than the village level in such panchayat. D. Of the members of the Council of States and the members of the Legislative Council of the state where they are registered as electors within a panchayat area at the intermediate level and at the district level. 4. The chairperson of the panchayat and other members of the panchayat, whether or not chosen by direct election from territorial constituencies in the panchayat area, shall have the right to vote in the meetings of the panchayats. 5. The chairperson of a panchayat at the village level shall be elected in such manner as the legislature of the state may by law provide, and B. A panchayat at the intermediate level or district level shall be elected by and from amongst the elected members thereof. 243D. Reservation of seats. 1. Seats shall be reserved for A. the scheduled caste and B. the scheduled tribes. 2. Not less than one-third of the total number of seats reserved under Clause 1 shall be reserved for women belonging to the scheduled castes or, as the case may be, the scheduled tribes. 3. Not less than one-third within bracket including the number of seats reserved for women belonging to the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes bracket close of the total number of seats to be filled by direct election in every panchayat shall be reserved for women, and such seats may be allotted by rotation to different constituencies in a panchayat. 243E. Duration of panchayats has to be 5 years unless sooner dissolved. Election to be completed 6 months before the expiration of its normal period. No election of panchayats if there remains 6 months of their normal period. 243A deals with the disqualifications for membership. 243G powers, authority and responsibilities of panchayats. Subject to the provisions of this Constitution, the legislature of a state may, by law, endow the panchayats with such powers and authority as may be necessary to enable them to function as institutions of self-government, and such law may contain provisions for the devolution of powers and responsibilities upon panchayats at the appropriate level, subject to such conditions as may be specified therein with respect to A. the preparation of plans for economic development and social justice, B. the implementation of schemes for economic development and social justice as may be entrusted to them, including those in relation to the matters listed in the 11th schedule. Chapter 24, Panchayats, Municipalities, Commissions and Major Issues of Indian Polity, page 24.3. 243H. Powers to impose taxes by and funds of the panchayats. The legislature of a state may by law A. authorize a panchayat to levy, collect and appropriate such taxes, duties, tolls and fees in accordance with such procedure and subject to such limits. B. Assign to a panchayat such taxes, duties, tolls and fees levied and collected by the state government for such purposes and subject to such conditions and limits. C. Provide for making such grants in aid to the panchayats from the consolidated fund of the state, and D. Provide for constitution of such funds for crediting all monies received respectively by or on behalf of the panchayats, and also for the withdrawal of such monies therefrom as may be specified in the law. 243I. Constitution of Finance Commission to review financial position. 1. The governor of a state shall, as soon as possible, may within 1 year from the commencement of the Constitution within bracket 73rd Amendment bracket closed Act 1992, and thereafter at the expiration of every 5th year constitute a Finance Commission to review the financial position of the panchayats and to make recommendations to the government as to A. the principles which should govern 1. the distribution between the state and the panchayats of the net proceeds of the taxes, duties, tolls and fees leviable by the state, which may be divided between them under this part, and the allocation between the panchayats at all levels of their respective shares of such proceeds. 2. The determination of the taxes, duties, tolls and fees which may be assigned to or appropriated by the panchayats. 3. The grants in aid to the panchayats for the consolidated fund of the state. B. The measures needed to improve the financial position of the panchayats. C. Any other matter referred to the Finance Commission by the governor in the interests of sound finance of the panchayats. 2. The legislature of the state may by law provide for the composition of the commission the qualifications which shall be requisite for appointment as members thereof, and the manner in which they shall be selected. 3. The Commission shall determine their procedure and shall have such powers in the performance of their functions as the legislature of the state may by law confer on them. 4. The Governor shall cause every recommendation made by the Commission under this article, together with an explanatory memorandum as to the action taken thereon, to be laid before the legislature of the state. 243J. Audit of accounts of panchayats. 243K. Elections to the panchayats. 1. The superintendence, direction and control of the preparation of electoral rolls for and the conduct of all elections to the panchayats shall be vested in a state election commission consisting of a state election commissioner to be appointed by the governor. 2. Subject to the provisions of any law made by the legislature of a state, the conditions of service and tenure of office of the state election commissioner shall be such as the governor may by rule determine, provided that the state election commissioner shall not be removed from his office except in like manner and on the like grounds as a judge of a high court, and the conditions of service of the state election commissioner shall not be vested to his disadvantage after his appointment. 3. The governor of a state shall, when so requested by the state election commission, make available to the state election commission such staff as may be necessary for the discharge of the functions conferred on the State Election Commission by Clause 1. 4. Subject to the provisions of this Constitution, the legislature of the state may by law make provision with respect to all matters relating to or in connection with elections to the panchayats. Chapter 24, Panchayats, Municipalities, Commissions and Major Issues of Indian Polity. Page 24.4. Panchayati Raj 1. Panchayati Raj continued. 243 LMNO. Details 243 Clause LMNO. Details regarding panchayats largely not important for our purposes. From the above, certain features of the Panchayati Raj system become obvious. 1. It is a three-tier system of all states having a population of over 20 lakhs. 2. Panchayat elections are to be held every 5 years. 3. There are reservation of seats for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes in proportion to their population. 4. The appointment of State Finance Commission to make recommendation as regards the financial powers of the panchayat. 5. The appointment of the State Election Commission to conduct elections for the panchayat institutions. 6. The organization of the district planning committees to prepare development plans for the district as a whole, directed towards A. Economic development and social justice, B. Implementation of the plans. The legislature of the state makes provision with respect to the compositions of panchayats. All the seats in panchayat are filled by persons chosen by direct election from territorial constituencies in the panchayat area. Provisions have been made for the representation of the chairpersons of the village panchayats to the intermediate and Jila panchayats. The member of the Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha, the Legislative Assembly and the Legislative Council representing that area are also to be members of the intermediate and Jila panchayats. The seats for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes within bracket where applicable bracket closed and women in every panchayat and at each level in proportion to their population are reserved. Minimum age for contesting elections for panchayats has been fixed at 21 years. The tenure of every panchayat is 5 years. The panchayats can, however, be dissolved earlier. The election of the new panchayat is held before the expiry of its tenure or within 6 months of its dissolution, as the case may be. The legislature of the state may extend the powers and authority of the Panchayati Raj institutions. A panchayat can levy, collect and appropriate taxes, duties, tolls and fees as it thinks fit. It may get a share in the taxes, duties, tolls and fees that are levied and collected by the state government. The state also provides grants in aid to panchayats At the expiry of every fifth year, a finance commission is constituted to review the financial position of the panchayats and make recommendation to the governor for their improvements. Panchayati Raj statistics. Star 2,32,332 panchayats with 27,75,858 elected members. Next, 6,000 intermediate panchayats with 1,44,491 elected members. Next, 534 Jilla Parishads with 15,067 elected members. Within bracket, Panchayati Raj Report 2001. Page 24.9 page. Chapter 24, Panchayats, Municipalities, Commissions and Major Issue of Indian Polity. 3. District and Metropolitan Planning. The 73rd and the 74th Amendments based to the planning tasks on the local, rural and urban bodies. The Constitution makes elaborate provisions. 243 Clause Z, B, C, D. Committee for District Planning. 1. There shall be constituted in every state at the district level a district planning committee to consolidate the plans prepared by the panchayats and the municipalities in the district and to prepare a draft development plan for the district as a whole. 2. The legislature of a state may by law make provisions with respect to A. The composition of the district planning committees, B. The manner in which the seats in such committees shall be filled, provided that not less than 4/5 of total number of members of such committee shall be elected by and from amongst the elected members of the panchayat at the district level and of the municipalities in the district in proportion to the ratio between the population of the rural areas and of the urban areas in the district. C. The functions relating to district planning which may be assigned to such committees. D. The manner in which the chairpersons of such committees shall be chosen. 3. Every district planning committee shall, in preparing the draft development plan, A. Have regard to 1. Matters of common interest between the panchayats and the municipalities. 2. Matters of common interest between the municipalities and the panchayats, including coordinated spatial planning of the area, sharing of water and other physical and natural resources, the integrated development of infrastructure and environmental conservation. 3. The overall objectives and priorities set by the Government of India and the Government of the state. 4. The extent and nature of investments likely to be made in the metropolitan area by agencies of the Government of India and of Government of the state and other available resources, whether financial or otherwise. B. Consult such institutions and organizations as the Governor may by order specify. 4. The chairperson of every metropolitan planning committee shall forward the development plan as recommended by such committee to the Government of the state. The above articles can be summed up in simple words as thus. Committees for district planning are to be constituted in every state at the district level to consolidate the plans prepared by the panchayats and the municipal bodies in the district and to prepare a draft development plan for the district as a whole. Planning committee needs to, in preparing the draft development plan, have regard for matters of common interest between the panchayats and municipal bodies. The chairperson of every district planning committee forwards the development plan to the Government of the state. An area having a population of 10 lakhs or more, comprised in one or more districts and consisting of 2 or more municipal bodies or panchayats, may be declared by the Governor of the state as a metropolitan area. Every metropolitan area has a metropolitan planning committee to prepare a draft development plan for the metropolitan area as a whole. The legislature of a state may by law make provisions with respect to composition of metropolitan committees and the manner in which seats in such committees are to be filled. The representation in such committees of the union and state governments, the manner in which the chairpersons of such committees should be chosen. However, not less than 2/3 of the members of such committees are elected by and from amongst the elected members of the municipal bodies, and the chairpersons of the panchayats in the metropolitan areas in proportion to the ratio between population of the municipal bodies and of the panchayats in that area. Every metropolitan planning committee has to, in preparing the draft development plan, have regard for the plans prepared by the municipal bodies and the panchayats in the metropolitan area, and also to the matters of common interest between the municipal bodies and the panchayats. The chairperson of every metropolitan planning committee forwards the development plan to the government of the state. Page 24.10, Chapter 24, Panchayats, Municipal Commissions and Major Issues of Indian Polity. 4 commissions within bracket constitutional device bracket closed. There are numerous commissions for specific purposes: Union Public Service Commission and State Public Service Commissions, which conduct competitive examinations for central and state services; Planning Commission for preparing plans; Finance Commission for determining the allocation of finances between the union and the states. There are commissions for protecting the interest of certain sections of society, for the scheduled caste, the scheduled tribes, the backward classes for women. A brief discussion of these commissions together with the certain tribunals is given below. 1. Union Public Service Commission within bracket UPSC bracket closed. The Constitution provides for Union Public Service Commission within bracket UPSC. The chairman and members of the committees are appointed by the President for a period of 6 years or till they attain the age of 65 years, whichever is earlier. To ensure independence, members who were in the service of government at the time of appointment are deemed to have retired from government service on their appointment in the commission. Functions of the UPSC are to conduct examinations for services of the union government and recommend their service conditions and claims. Chairman of UPSC, Chairman of Union Public Service Commission. In a table, in the horizontal column, the heads are name and tenure. Against each name, the tenure is given. Under the name Ross Barker, tenure 1926 to 1932. Under the name David Petrie, tenure August 1932 to 1936. Under the name I.R. Gordon, tenure 1937 to 1942. Under the name F.W. Robertson, tenure 1942 to 1947. Under the name H.K. Kripalani, tenure 1st April 1947 to 30th January 1949. Under the name R.N. Banerjee, tenure 14 January 1949 to 9th May 1955. Repeat, 14th January 1949 to 9th May 1955. Under the name N. Govindarajan, tenure 10th May 1955 to 9th December 1955. Under the name V.S. Hejmadi, tenure 10 December 1955 to 9 December 1961. Under the name V.N. Jha, tenure 11 December 1961 to 22nd February 1967. Under the name K.R. Dumley, tenure 18th April 1967 to 2nd March 1971. Under the name R.C.S. Sarkar, tenure 11th May 1971 to 4th February 1973. Under the name A.R. Khiduai, tenure 5th February 1973 to 4th February 1979. Under the name M.L. Shahare, tenure 16 February 1979 to 16 February 1985. Under the name H.K.L. Kapoor, tenure 18 February 1985 to 5th March 1990. Under the name J.P. Gupta, tenure 5th March 1990 to 2nd June 1992. Under the name R.M. Bathu, within bracket Kharbuli, bracket close, tenure 23rd September 1992 to 23rd August 1996. under the name S.J.S. Chatwal, tenure 23rd August 1996 to 30th September 1996. Under the name J.M. Qureshi, tenure 30th September 1996 to 11th December 1998. Under the name General Retired Surinder Nath, tenure 11th December 1998 to 25th June 2002. Under the name P.C. Hota, tenure 25th June 2002 to 8th September 2003. Under the name Mata Prasad, tenure 8th September 2003 to 4th January 2005. Under the name S.R. Hasim, tenure 4th January 2005 to 1st April 2006. Under the name Gurubachan Jagat, tenure 1st April 2006 till the date of publication of this book. Chapter 24, Panchayats, Municipalities, Commissions and Major Issues of Indian Polity, page 24.11. 4. Commissions within bracket, constitutional device bracket closed, continued. 2. National Human Rights Commission within bracket NHRC. The National Human Rights Commission within bracket NHRC of India is an autonomous commission constituted by the central government to protect human rights in India under the Protection of Human Rights Act within bracket PHRA bracket closed of 1993. The National Human Rights Commission is constituted by the central government and comprises a chairperson who is a retired Chief Justice of India, one member who is or has been a judge of the Supreme Court, one member who is or has been the Chief Justice of a High Court, 2 members to be appointed from amongst persons having knowledge of or practical experience in matters relating to human rights. In addition, the chairpersons of the National Commission for Minorities, the National Commission for Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribes, and the National Commission for Women are deemed to be members of such a commission for the discharge of specific functions. 3. Planning Commission. It was set up by the Union Government to promote a rapid rise in the standard of living of the Indian people by efficient exploitation of national resources, increasing production and offering opportunities to all for employment in the service of the community. The Planning Commission is charged with the responsibility of making assessment of all resources in the country, augmenting deficient resources, formulating plans for the most effective and balanced utilization of resources, and determining priorities. The Prime Minister is the chairman of the Planning Commission, but the Commission is actually run by the Deputy Chairman within bracket who enjoys the rank of Cabinet Minister or Minister of State. The Commission does the following functions. 1. Makes an assessment of the material, capital and human resources of the country, including technical personnel, and investigates the possibilities of augmenting such of these resources as are found to be deficient in relation to the nation's requirement. 2. Formulates a plan for the most effective and balanced utilization of country's resources. 3. Defines the stages on a determination of priorities in which the plan should be carried out and proposes the allocation of resources for the due completion of each stage. 4. Indicates the factors that tend to retard economic development. 5. Determines the conditions which, in view of the current social and political situation, should be established for the successful execution of the plan. 6. Determines the nature of the machinery that will be necessary for securing the successful implementation of each stage of the plan in all its aspects. 7. Appraises from time to time the progress achieved in the execution of each stage of the plan and recommends the adjustments of policy and measures that such appraisal may show to be necessary. 8. Makes such interim or ancillary recommendations as appear to it to be appropriate, either for facilitating the discharge of the duties assigned to it or on a consideration of prevailing economic conditions, current policies, measures and development programs, or on an examination of such specific problems as may be referred to it for advice by central or state governments. Chapter 24, Panchayats, Municipalities, Commissions and Major Issues of Indian Polity. Page 24.12. 4. Commissions within bracket constitutional devised bracket closed continued. 4. Finance Commission. Finance Commission is an impartial authority established under Article 280 of the Constitution of India by the President. The qualifications, powers and procedures of the Commission itself are regulated by the Finance Commission within bracket miscellaneous provisions bracket closed Act 1951. The President appoints the Finance Commission under Article 280, which stipulates the setting up at interval of 5 years. The Commission consists of a chairman and 4 other members and is deemed to be civil courts. It is the duty of the Commission to make recommendations to the President as to the distribution between the Union and the states of the net proceeds of taxes which are to be or may be divided between them and the allocation between the state of the respective shares of such proceeds. The principles which should govern the grants in aid of the revenues of the states out of the Consolidated Fund of India and also any other matter referred to the Commission by the President in the interest of sound finance. So far, the government has appointed 13 finance commissions, including the 13th Finance Commission appointed in November 2007. 5. Election Commission. The Election Commission of India is an autonomous quasi-judicial constitutional body created to conduct free and fair elections to representative bodies in India. It was established on January 25, 1950. The Constitution of India has vested in the Election Commission of India the superintendence, direction and control of the entire process for the conduct of elections of Parliament and Legislature of every state and to the offices of President and Vice President of India. The Commission presently consists of a Chief Election Commissioner and 2 Election Commissioners. The Election Commissioner enjoys complete autonomy and is separated from any kind of executive interference. The Commission also functions as a quasi-judiciary body in matters of electoral disputes and other matters involving the conduct of elections. Its recommendations and opinions are binding on the President of India. Chief Election Commissioners of India in a table given. In the horizontal column, the heads are name and tenure. Under each name, the tenure is given. Under the head name, Sukumar Sen, tenure 21st March 1950 to 19th December 1958. Under the head name, KVK Sundaram, tenure 20th December 1958 to 30th September 1969. Under the head name, SP Sen Varma, tenure 1st October 1967 to 30th September 1972. Under name Dr. Nagendra Singh, tenure 1st October 1972 to 6th February 1973. Under name A. T. Saminathan, tenure 7th February 1973 to 17 June 1977. Under name S. L. Shakdhar, tenure 18 June 1977 to 17 June 1982. Under name R. K. Trivedi, tenure 18 June 1982 to 31st December 1985. Under name R. V. S. Perishastri, tenure 1st January 1986 to 25th November 1990. Under the name Srimati V. S. Ramadevi, 26th November 1990 to 11th December 1990. Under name A.T.N. Session, 12th December 1990 to 11th December 1996. Under the name M.S. Gill, tenure 12th December 1996 to 13 June 2001. Under the name A.M.S. Lingto, tenure 14 June 2001 to 7 February 2004. Under name T.S. Krishnamurthy, tenure 8 February 2004 to 15th May 2005. Under name B.B. Tandon, tenure 16 May 2005 to 7 February 2006. Under the name N. Gopalaswamy, tenure 8 February 2006 till the date of publication of this book. 6. Central Vigilance Commission within bracket CVC. Central Vigilance Commission within bracket CVC is the apex vigilance institutions free of control from any executive authority, monitoring all vigilance activities under the central government of India and advising various authorities in central government organizations in planning, executing, reviewing and reforming their vigilance work. It was set up by the government in February 1964 on the recommendation of the Committee on Prevention of Corruption within bracket K. Saminathan Committee bracket close to advise and guide central government agencies in the field of vigilance. Consequent upon promulgation of an ordinance by the President, the Central Vigilance Commission has been made a multi-member commission within inverted commas statutory status inverted commas close with effect from 4th August with effect from August 25, 1988. The commission consists of a Chief Vigilance Commissioner and 2 Vigilance Commissioners. Page 24.13, Chapter 24, Panchayats, Municipalities, Commissions and Major Issues of Indian Polity. 4. Commissions within bracket constitutionally devised bracket closed. Continued. 7. Central Information Commission within bracket CIC. Under the provision of the Right to Information Act 2005, the central government constituted a body to be known as the Central Information Committee to exercise the powers conferred on and to perform the functions assigned to it under the Act. The Commission includes 1 Chief Information Commissioner within bracket CIC and not more than 10 Information Commissioners within bracket ICs who are to be appointed by the President of India. The Central Information Commissioner has a duty to receive complaints from any person who does not receive a decision within the time specified by the Act or is aggrieved by a decision of the Central Public Information Officer, of State Public Information Officer, and to conduct the necessary inquiry and provide with remedy. For this purpose, the Commission has the powers of a civil court. 8. Atomic Energy Commission within bracket AFC. The India Atomic Energy Commission was first set up in August 1948 in the then Department of Scientific Research, which was created a few months earlier in June 1948. The Department of Atomic Energy within bracket DAE was set up on August 3, 1954 under the direct charge of the Prime Minister through a presidential order. Subsequently, in accordance with a government resolution dated March 1, 1958, the Atomic Energy Commission within bracket AEC was established in the Department of Atomic Energy. The Secretary to the Government of India in the Department of Atomic Energy is ex officio Chairman of the Commission. The other members of the AEC are appointed for each calendar year on the recommendations of the Chairman. AEC and after approval by the Prime Minister. 9. National Commission for Women within bracket NCW. The National Commission for Women was set up as statutory body in January 1992 under the National Commission for Women Act 1990 to review the constitution and legal safeguards for women, recommend remedial legislative measures, facilitate redressal of grievances and advise the government on all policy matters affecting women. 10. National Commission for Minorities. The setting up of Minorities Commission was envisaged in the Ministry of Home Affairs resolution dated January 12, 1978. With the enactment of the National Commission for Minorities Act 1992. The Minorities Commission became a statutory body and renamed as National Commission for Minorities. The first statutory National Commission was set up on May 17, 1993. 5 religious communities, namely the Muslims, Christians, Sikhs, Buddhists and Zoroastrians Parsis are notified as minority communities as per the 2001 census. These 5 religious minority communities constitute 18.42% of the country's population. 11. Within the National Commission for Religious and Linguistic Minorities, NCRLM, The Commission has started functioning since March 21, 2005. The Government of India has been seized of the welfare needs of the socially and economically backward sections among religious and linguistic minorities. For having a detailed examination to determine the criteria for identification of socially and economically backward sections among religious and linguistic minorities and to suggest measures for their welfare, the government has constituted a National Commission for Religious and Linguistic Minorities with a 3-fold mandate to suggest the criteria for identification of the socially, economically backward sections among the religious and linguistic minorities, to recommend measures for the welfare of such identified backward sections, including reservation in education and government employment, and to suggest the necessary constitutional, legal and administrative modalities required to implement the recommendations. Chapter 24, Panchayats, Municipalities, Commissions and Major Issues of Indian Polity. 4. Commissions constitutionally devised continued. Page 24.14. 12. National Commission for Backward Classes. Pursuant to the direction of the Supreme Court in the Mondal case judgment, the Government of India enacted the National Commission for Backward Class Act 1993 for setting up National Commission for Backward Classes at the centre as a permanent body. The Act came into effect on the April 2, 1993. The Commission consists of 5 members comprising of a chairperson who is or has been a judge of the Supreme Court or of a High Court, a social scientist, 2 persons who have special knowledge in matters relating to backward classes, and a member secretary. The Commission examines requests for the inclusion of any class of citizens as a backward class in the central list of backward classes, and hear complaints of over-inclusion or under-inclusion of any backward class in the lists and advices to the government. 13. National Commission for Scheduled Castes. The National Commission for Scheduled Castes, a constitutional body, monitors the safeguard provided for scheduled castes and also reviews issues concerning their welfare. The Commission has wide powers to protect, safeguard and promote the interests of the scheduled castes. The Commission has been conferred powers of a civil court trying a suit to summon and enforce the attendance of any person from any part of India, and examining on oath receiving evidence on affidavits. In 1987, the Commission for SCs and STs were renamed as the National Commission for Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes. 14. National Commission for Economically Backward Classes. The Centre constituted a Commission for Economically Backward Classes in July 2006. It would elicit the views of state governments and union territories, suggest criteria for identification of the economically backward classes, and recommend welfare measures and quantum of reservation in education and government employment. The recommendations for the commissions will be applicable to those not covered under the existing reservation policy, inverted comma close. 13. National Commission for Scheduled Tribes. The National Commission for Scheduled Tribes, a constitutional body, monitors the safeguard provided for scheduled tribes and also views issues concerning their welfare. The Commission has wide powers to protect, safeguard and promote the interests of the STs. The Commission has been conferred powers of a civil court, trying a suit, to summon and enforce the attendance of any persons from any part of India, and examining on oath, receiving evidence on affidavits. In 1987, the Commission of SCs and STs was renamed as the National Commission for Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes. 16. National Knowledge Commission. The National Knowledge Commission is a high-level advisory body to the Prime Minister of India with the object of transforming India into a knowledge society. It covers sectors ranging from education to e-governance, focusing the knowledge paradigm. The terms of reference of the National Knowledge Commission within bracket NKC are to build excellence in the educational system to meet the knowledge challenges for the 21st century and increase India's competitive advantage in fields or knowledge, promote creation of knowledges in scientific and technology laboratories, improve the management of institutions engaged in intellectual property rights, promote knowledge applications in agriculture and industry, promote the use of knowledge capabilities in making government an effective, transparent and accountable service provider to the citizens, and promote widespread sharing of knowledge to maximize public benefit. Page 24.15. Chapter 24, Panchayats, Municipalities, Commissions and Major Issues of Indian Polity. 5. Committees and Tribunals. It is given in a table. In the horizontal column, the heads are Committees, Tribunals. Against each committee and tribunals named, there is a remark on the right side against each name. Under Committees and Tribunals, A. M.K. Cow Committee. The committee is the apex body for safety and economic regulation of the sector, which would act as a catalyst for the growth of the manufacturing sector. B. M.R. Srivastav's committee. It looks into entire taxation structure and other fiscal issues pertaining to the gems and jewellery trade to identify the hurdles to make India a global trading hub for a sector. C. M.S. Srivasan Committee. The committee scheduled identified Dahej within bracket Gujarat, Bhaija within bracket Andhra, Kochi within bracket Kerala, Haldia within bracket West Bengal, Mangalore within bracket Karnataka, Paradip within bracket Odisha, and Panipat within bracket Haryana for setting up petrochemical hubs. Each hub PCPIR, Petroleum, Chemical and Petrochemical Investment Region, bracket close, must include a refinery and petrochemical plant with downstream chemical units. D. Tejinder Khanna Committee, constituted by Ministry of Urban Development or Mixed Land Use and New Building Bylaws for Capital Territory of Delhi, and to suggest a broad-based strategy to deal with the unauthorized construction. E. Rajinder Sachar Committee, constituted by PMO to study and report the socio-economic factors and the status of the Muslim community in the country. The report says that the Muslim community is lagging behind and asked the government to frame appropriate programs to address its educational and economic backwardness. It remains silent on Muslim quota and argues that it is for the government whether to give reservation to Muslim communities or not. F. Mukherjee Commission, set up by a NDA government to inquire into the death of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Netaji is dead but not in the plane crash. It also observed that the ashes preserved in Renkoji temple in Japan are not that of Netaji, but it could not give an answer how Netaji died. Government rejected the report. Chapter 26-24, Panchayats, Municipalities, Commission and Major Issues of Indian Polity. Page 24.16, 5. Committees and Tribunal. Table continued. Committee G. Committee, Justice Belur, N. Sri Krishna Commission, set up to inquire into the communal riots in Mumbai in 1992-93. H. Justice R.S. Pathak Inquiry Authority, investigated into the Paul Volcker report on Iraqi food for oil scam. It submitted the report and concluded that the former External Affairs Minister Natawar Singh and his son misused their position in getting the oil contracts to their friends, though they did not receive any financial benefits. I. K.K. Gupta Commission, appointed by Government of Jammu and Kashmir to inquire into the allegations of tampering with the holy ice Shivalingam at the Amarnath shrine. The report was submitted in August 2006 and it has not found any evidence of tampering. J. Justice Manmohan Singh Levarhan Commission, set up in 1992, probing the sequence of events leading to the demolition of Babri Masjid in Ajodhya, term extended to December 31st, 2006. K. Justice Navabhati and Shah Commission, constituted by Government of Gujarat to inquire into the Godhra communal riots in 2002. M. Justice U.C. Banerjee Commission, instituted by Ministry of Railways to probe the Godhra train fire damage. In this report, the Commission termed the incident as an accident and ruled out any conspiracy in it. However, Gujarat High Court held the constitution of the committee as unconstitutional and restrained from tabling its report in Parliament. In Fukan Commission, it was constituted under the Commissions of Inquiry Act 1952 to probe allegations of corruption in the wake of Tehelka lab tapes in 2001. Submitted the report, but government rejected the report. O. Manjula Krishna Committee, constituted to investigate the allegations of large-scale sexual abuse, rapes and murders of children in Nithari, Noida. Page 24.17, Chapter 24, Panchayats, Municipalities, Commissions and Major Issues of Indian Polity. 6. Major Issues of Indian Polity. 6a. Communalism. Communalism is not a religion but is the perversion of religion. It is not a faith but a mean tactic of politics. It is not an end but a wicked and immoral means. Communalism is the exploitation of religion for politics. It is an ideology of political allegiance to a particular religion. It is a political orientation that recognizes a religious community and not the nation as the focal point of political allegiance. Thus, communalism is opposed to nationalism, for it does not recognize nationalism. It is opposed to secularism, for it does not see other religions with any respect. It is thus a politicization of religion, leading ultimately to use religion for political ends, the criminalization and brutalization of polity. Communalism has a negative force in the Indian politics. It has led to the partition of the country. Even today, it is polluting politics. Even political parties, despite their avowed opposition to communalism, use for their political and electoral designs. Communalism generates communal enmity, disrupts patterns of multi-religious fraternity, affronts nationalist identity and damages secular culture. Communalism is a sort of fundamentalism, fascism. It creates false consciousness and in the process builds fanaticism. Unless it is dealt with as severely and as clearly as possible, its evils will severely hamper the smooth functioning of democracy in the society. 6b. Casteism. Like communalism, casteism is another major evil whose adverse effects harm both polity as well as society. Casteism is the exploitation of caste consciousness for political gains. To a casteist, caste is the basic entity around which everything moves. For him, caste is an electoral constituency, a coherent cultural group, cohesive cultural group, an elders family, a class whose protection and promotion are the only objectives to be attained. The role of caste in the Indian polity is a negative one. Caste violates the basic principles enshrined in the constitution: justice, equality, unity, fraternity. It politicizes the castes as a divisive factor, putting one caste against another. It vitiates the election atmosphere and in the process promotes narrow loyalties and weakens modernization of the polity. It builds, create groups, create lobbies, retaining thus the outdated cohesive groupings and in the process polluting the multicultural atmosphere. It creates tension, suspicion and fear in the minds of people belonging to the different castes. It pollutes politics. 6c. Poverty in India. In general terms, poverty is the denial of opportunities to lead a long, healthy, creative life and to enjoy a decent standard of living. That is, the basics of a modern life are deemed to the people. These basics include education, health, care, housing, water, electricity, old age support and the like. The Indian government has now developed a greater consciousness, awareness and realization of the fact that a good caring of human resources would lead to a sustainable growth. In the last few years, when India's economy has begun to take off, if not fly, some achievements have been coming in. According to the Economic Survey 2000 to 2001, now 26.1% Indians are impoverished. Since 1973 to 1974, poverty has been diminishing. Distribution of poverty varies from state to state. The following are some facts. 10% Goa, Haryana, Himachal Jammu and Kashmir, Punjab, Daman, /Diu, Delhi. 20% Andhra, Gujarat, Karnataka, Kerala, Mizoram, Rajasthan, Lakshadweep, Dadra by Nagar Haveli, Andamans. 30% Maharashtra, Manipur, Tamil Nadu, Bengal, Pondicherry, Arunachal, Assam, Madhya Pradesh, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Sikkim, Tripura, Uttar Pradesh. 50% Bihar and Odisha. Chapter 24, Panchayats, Municipalities, Commissions and Major Issues of Indian Polity. Page 24.18, 60 Scientific and Technological Developments. India has a long and distinguished tradition in science and technology from the ancient times to great achievements during the 20th century. The former half, prior to independence, has been related largely to pure research. At the time of independence, our scientific and technological infrastructure was neither strong nor organized as compared to the developed world. This resulted in our being technologically dependent on the skills and expertise available in other countries. In the past 4 decades, an infrastructure and capability largely commensurate with national needs has been created, minimizing our dependence on other countries. A range of industries, from small to the most sophisticated, has been established, covering a wide range of utilities, services and goods. There is now a reservoir of expertise well acquainted with the most modern advances in basic and applied areas that is equipped to make choices between available technologies, to absorb readily new technologies and provide a framework for further national development. Scientific and technological activities in India are carried out under a wide setup consisting of central government, state governments, high educational sector, public and private sector, industry and non-profit institutions, public associations. These institutional structures with their research laboratories are the main contributors to research and developments being carried out in the country. Notable among these are the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research (CSIR) Indian Council of Agricultural Research (ICAR) Indian Council of Medical Research (ICMR). In addition, there are many departmental laboratories of various departments, public ministers like Department of Atomic Energy, Department of Electronics, Department of Space, Department of Ocean Development, Defense Research and Development Organization, Ministry of Environment and Forests, Ministry of Non-Conventional Energy Sources and the Ministry of Science and Technology. Further, there are over 1,200 in-house research and development units in industrial undertakings supporting research in their respective industries. Many Indian universities and deemed universities such as IITs also undertake substantial research and development work. In order to build a blueprint for future programs of science and technology and to give a direction to the initiatives to be undertaken, the government has announced the Science and Technology Policy 2003. The policy outlines the approach to S&TU governance, optimal utilization of existing physical and knowledge resources, development of innovative technologies, systems and technologies for mitigation and management of natural hazards, generation and management of intellectual property, and creation of awareness amongst general masses about the use and benefits of science and technology. 6E. Corruption. Corruption is a global phenomenon. It is a disease both endemic and epidemic. It makes mockery of administration, development and democracy. Corruption in public life has reached an alarming stage. The level of corruption has increased substantially in India. The Transparency International, I repeat, the Transparency International has rated India 69 in the list of 90 countries in 2001. Among the Asian countries, Singapore is the least corrupt, followed by Hong Kong and Japan. The world's least corrupt first few countries are Finland, Denmark, New Zealand, Sweden and Canada. Corruption breeds dishonesty. The World Bank defines corruption as the use of, within inverted comma, public office for private office. Its numerous forms are bribery, extortion, embezzlement, favoritism. It extends in public life to politicians, bureaucrats, business and industrial houses, in short, to every strata of society. Corruption is anti-national, it is anti-poor, it is anti-development. It leads to focusing the inefficient. It distorts the allocation of scarce public resources. It generates black money, unaccounted money. It undercuts efficiency, production and leads to the loss of confidence in public institutions. The Prevention of Corruption Act 1988 and the institution of the Office of Central Vigilance Commission within 1964 have done a good job to restrict corruption in public life. 6F. Terrorism. Terrorism is an unlawful method to achieve a desired goal. It is manifested by violent criminal acts of blasts, hijackings, attacks, killings, blackmailing, intimidation and the like. It is an organized, planned and deliberative act of violence carried out by a handful of people. It is a politically motivated violence with a sole motive to overthrow or challenge a legal existing order. It is a weapon of blackmail and coercion. It is directed against the civilians, armed personnel, government or state. It is always unlawful, inhuman and anti-democratic. Chapter 24, Panchayats, Municipalities, Commissions and Major Issues of Indian Polity. Exercise number 19. There is a provision for the State Election Commission in which of the following articles of the Constitution: A. 243J, B. 243K, C. 243L and D. 243N. The correct answer is B, that is 243K. Exercise 20. Which of the following does not constitute an institution of municipalities? A. Gram Panchayat, B. Nagar Panchayat, C. Municipal Council and D. Municipal Corporation. The correct answer is A, that is Gram Panchayat. 21. Exercise 21. There is no reservation of the following in the municipalities: A. Scheduled castes, B. Scheduled tribes, C. Other backward classes and D. Women. The correct answer is C, that is other backward classes. Exercise 22. Which of the statements given below are correct? 1. The State Election Commission supervises and conducts the election of panchayats and municipalities in the state. 2. It also supervises and conducts the elections of the state assemblies and the Lok Sabha. A. 1 only, B. 2 only, C. 1 and 2, D. none of the above. The correct answer is A. 1 only. That is, the State Election Commission supervises and conducts the election of panchayats and municipalities in the state. Exercise 23. The authority to specify which castes shall be deemed to be scheduled castes rests with the A. President, B. Governor, C. Prime Minister, D. Commission for Scheduled Castes and Tribes. The correct answer is A, that is President. Exercise 24. Under the provisions of the Indian Constitution, a community can be declared a minority community on the basis of A. Religion 1, B. Either religion or language, C. Either language or caste, D. Either religion or race. The correct answer is B, that is either religion or language. Exercise 25. Which article provides for the reservation of seats for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes in the panchayats? A. 243 clause A, B 243 clause B, C 243 clause C, and D 243 clause D. The correct answer is D, that is 243 clause D. Exercise 26. Which of the following sets of criteria was employed by the second backward class commission for socially and educationally backward classes in India? A. Social, economic, political and educational. B. Social, economic and educational. C. Social and economic. D. Social, economic and cultural. The correct answer is B, that is social, economic and educational. Exercise 27. Under which area? Wrong. Exercise 27. Under which one of the following provisions is reservation for the scheduled castes and the scheduled tribes in every panchayat made? A. Article 243 Clause Q of the Constitution of India. B. Article 243 Clause V of the Constitution of India. C. Article 243 Clause S of the Constitution of India. D. Article 243 D of the Constitution of India. The correct answer is D, that is Article 243 D of the Constitution of India. Exercise 28. Consider the following statements. 1. Special officers post under Article 338 was substituted by the National Commission for Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes. 2. The Tribal or Cooperative Marketing Development Federation of India procures and markets the non-timber forest products within bracket NTEF bracket closed. 3. The first Backward Classes Commission formulated 11 indicators based on social backwardness, educational backwardness and economic backwardness. Which of the statements given above is oblique are correct? A 1 and 2, B 2 and 3, C 1, 2 and 3 and D 2 only. The correct answer is A, that is 1 and 2. 1 means special officers post under Article 338 was substituted by the National Commission for Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes. 2. That is the Tribal Cooperative Marketing Development Federation of India procures and undertakes, procures and markets the, I repeat, 2. The Tribal Cooperative Marketing Development Federation of India procures and markets the non-timber forest products within bracket NTFP bracket closed. Exercise 29. Consider the following Chapter 24, Panchayats, Municipalities, Commissions and Major Issues of Indian Polity. Page 24.22. Exercises. Exercise 29. Consider the following statements. 1. There was a special provision for the Anglo-Indian community in certain services under Article 336 of the Constitution of India. However, all such reservations were to cease at the end of 10 years from the commencement of the Constitution of India. 2. The Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes within bracket Prevention of Atrocities bracket closed Act was passed in 1955. The 3. The Untouchability within bracket Offences Act was renamed as the Protection of Civil Rights Act. Which of the statements given above are correct? A 1, 2 and 3, B 1, 2, C 2 and 3, D 1 and 3. The correct answer is A, that is 1, 2 and 3. 1. There was a special provision for the Anglo-Indian community in certain services under Article 336 of the Constitution of India. However, all such reservations were to cease at the end of 10 years from the commencement of the Constitution of India. 2. The Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes within bracket Prevention of Atrocities bracket closed Act was passed in 1955. 3. The Untouchability within bracket Offences Act was renamed as the Protection of Civil Rights Act. Exercise 30. Where did the concept of Scheduled Castes originate from? A. The Scheduled Caste Order 1950 under the Constitution of India. B. The Scheduled Caste Order 1951 under the Constitution of India. C. The Scheduled Caste Order 1936 under the Government of India Act 1935. D. The Scheduled Caste Order 1937 under the Government of India Act 1935. The correct answer is C, that is the Scheduled Caste Order 1936 under the Government of India Act 1935. Exercise 31. In pursuance of the directions of the Supreme Court in the Mandal Commission case, the Parliament enacted the National Commission for Backward Classes Act 1993. Which one of the following is not a function of the NCBC? A. To examine requests for inclusion of a class of citizens as a backward class. B. To hear complaints on under inclusion of any backward class. C. To hear complaints of over inclusion of any backward class. D. To identify the creamy layer among the backward classes. 32. The correct answer is A, that is to examine requests for inclusion of a class of citizens as a backward class. Exercise 32. Which of the following is the correct chronological order of setting up of the given commissions concerning weaker sections of the Indian society? A. Kaka Saheb Kalekar Commission, National Commission for Minorities, National Commission for Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes, Mandal Commission. B. National Commission for Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes, National Commission for Minorities, Kaka Saheb Kalekar Commission, Mandal Commission. C. Kaka Saheb Kalekar Commission, Mandal Commission, National Commission for Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes, National Commission for Minorities. D. National Commission for Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes, Mandal Commission, Kaka Saheb Kalekar Commission and National Commission for Minorities. The correct answer is C, that is Kaka Saheb Kalekar Commission, Mandal Commission, National Commission for Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes, National Commission for Minorities. Exercise 33. The 12th schedule is associated with A. Rural Panchayat, B. Urban local units, C. State legislature and D. Lok Sabha. The correct answer is B, that is urban local units. Exercise 34. The 11th schedule is associated with A. 71st Amendment, B. 72nd Amendment, C. 73rd Amendment, D. 74th Amendment. The correct answer is C, that is 73rd Amendment. Exercise 35. The State Finance Commission is constituted by the Governor. A. After every 5 years, B. After every 4 years, C. After every 6 years, D. After every 3 years. The correct answer is A, that is after every 5 years. Page 24.19. Chapter 24. Panchayats, Municipalities, Commissions and Major Issues of Indian Polity. Exercises. Exercise number 1. Consider the following. 1. District Board. 2. Municipal Corporation. 3. Notified Area Authority and Town Area Committee. 4. Township Committee and Port Trust. Which of these is are urban local body bodies in India? A. 1 only, B. 2 and 3, C. 1, 3 and 4, D. 2, 3 and 4. The correct answer is D, that is 2, 3 and 4. 2. Municipal Corporation, 3. Notified Area Authority and Town Area Committee, 4. Township Committee and Port Trust. Exercise 2. The members of the Panchayat Samiti are A. Directly elected by the people, B. Indirectly elected by the members of the village Panchayat, C. Nominated by the Block Development Officer, D. Nominated by the party president. The correct answer is A, that is directly elected by the people. Exercise 3. Which of the following states was the first to introduce the Panchayat Raj system? A. Tamil Nadu, B. West Bengal, C. Rajasthan and D. Uttar Pradesh. The correct answer is C, that is Rajasthan. Exercise 4. Who among the following appoints the district judge in a state? A. The governor of the state, B. The President of India, C. The Chief Justice, Chief Minister of the state and D. Chief Justice of the High Court of the state. The correct answer is A. The governor of the state. Exercise 5. Consider the following statements. A. Municipal corporations income within revenue is derived from 1. Local taxes, 2. Grants from state and central government, 3. Contributions and donations of local people, 4. Devolution of fiscal powers by federal constitutions, 5. Tax sharing between state government and the municipal corporation concerned. Which of these statements are correct? A. 1, 2 and 4, B. 1, 2 and 3, C. 3, 4 and 5 and D. 1, 2, 3 and 5. 1. The correct answer is D, that is 1, 2, 3 and 5. That is 1. Local taxes, 2. Grants from state and central government, 3. Contributions and donations of local people and 5. Tax sharing between state government and the municipal corporation concerned. Exercise 6. 73rd Amendment to the Constitution of India provides for A. 2 tiers of Panchayati Raj institutions of the village and district levels, B. 2 tiers of Panchayati Raj institution at the village and block levels, C. 2 tiers of Panchayati Raj institution at the block and district levels, D. 3 tiers of Panchayati Raj institutions as village, block and district level. The correct answer is D, that is 3 tiers of Panchayati Raj institutions at village, block and district levels. Chapter 24, Panchayats, Municipalities, Commissions and Major Issues of Indian Polity. Page 24.20, exercise number 7. 73rd and 74th Amendments to the Constitution of India provide for elections to the local bodies. A. Every year, B. After every 3 years, C. After every 5 years, D. After every 2 years. The correct answer is C, that is after every 5 years. Exercise 8. Consider the following statements in reference to the Constitution within bracket 73rd Amendment Act. 1. The Governor of a state constitutes a Finance Commission every 5th year to review the financial position of the Panchayats under Article 243I of the Constitution of India. 2. The Superintendent's direction and control of all elections to the Panchayats are vested in a State Election Commission under Article 243K of the Constitution of India. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1 only, B. 2 only, C. both A and 1 and 2, and D. neither 1 D. neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is C, that is both 1 and 2. 1. The Governor of a state constitutes a Finance Commission every 5th year to review the financial position of the Panchayats under Article 243I of the Constitution of India. 2. The Superintendent's direction and control of all elections to the Panchayats are vested in a State Election Commission under Article 243K of the Constitution of India. Exercise 9. Consider the following statements. 1. A Panchayat elected after dissolution does not enjoy the full period but remains in office for the remaining period. 2. For Panchayat seats are reserved for the scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, women but not for backward classes of citizens. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1 only, B. 2 only, C. both 1 and 2, D. neither 1 and 2. The correct answer is C, that is both 1 and 2. 1. A Panchayat elected after dissolution does not enjoy the full period but remains in office for the remaining period. 2. For Panchayat seats are reserved for the scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, women but not for backward classes of citizens. Exercise 10. In which of the following the Panchayat at the intermediate level may not be formed? A. Population not exceeding 20 lakhs. A. B. Population not exceeding 30 lakhs. C. Population not exceeding 40 lakhs. D. Population not exceeding 50 lakhs. The correct answer is A, that is population not exceeding 20 lakhs. Exercise 11. The duration of the Panchayat is A. 4 years, B. 5 years, C. 3 years and D. 6 years. The correct answer is B, that is 5 years. Exercise 12. The women representation on the Panchayat is A. 25%, B. 30%, C. 35% and D. 33%. The correct answer is D, that is 33%. Exercise 13. The scheduled caste representation in the Panchayats would be as much percentage as is the percentage of their population. A. 30%, B. 25%, C. 33% and D. 40%. The correct answer is C, that is 33%. Exercise 14. Which of the following determines the composition and number of the members of the Panchayats? A. Lok Sabha, B. Parliament, C. State Legislature and D. Legislative Assembly. The correct answer is C, that is State Legislature. Exercise 15. The Panchayat at the district level is elected by A. Elected members, B. People, C. The indirectly elected by the people and D. Elected by the Legislative Assembly. The correct answer is B, that is people. Exercise 16. The election of the chairperson at the Panchayat intermediate or district level is determined by law of A. Lok Sabha, B. Rajya Sabha, C. State Legislature and D. Parliament. The correct answer is C, that is State Legislature. Exercise 17. Which of the following constitute the Finance Commission to review the financial position of the panchayats and recommend the distinction of the taxes between the state and the panchayats? A. Governor, B. Chief Minister, C. President, and D. Prime Minister. The correct answer is A. Governor. Exercise 18. Consider the following statements. 1. The legislature of the state by law endows the panchayats with such powers as may be necessary to enable them to function as institutions of self-government. 2. The above reflects the essence of the Constitution, Article 39. Which of the statements given above is correct? A. 1 only, B. 2 only, C. 1 and 2, and D. none of the above. The correct answer is A, that is 1 only. 1 means the legislature of the state by law endows the panchayats with such powers as may be necessary to enable them to function as institutions of self-government. Exercise 24. Panchayats, municipalities, commissions and major issues of Indian polity. Exercises. Exercise 52. Communalism is the use of religion for A. economic gains, B. cultural gains, C. political gains, and D. religious gains. The correct answer is C, that is political gains. Exercise 53. Match list 1 with list 2 with regard to poverty. The heads are in the horizontal column, heads are list 1 and list 2. Under list 1 in the vertical column, against serial number capital A 1973, serial number capital B 1983, serial number capital C 1999, serial number capital D 1994. Under the heads A list 2, against in the vertical column, against serial number 1 26.1%, against serial number 2 36.0%, against serial number 3 54.9%, against serial number 4 44.5%. 4. In the horizontal column, the heads are capital A space capital B space capital C space capital D. Under the head capital A, in the vertical column, against serial number A3, B3, C3, D3. Under the head capital D, capital B, against serial number A4, B4, C1 and D1. Under the head capital C, against serial number A1, B2, C2 and D4. Under the head capital D, against serial number A2, B1, C4 and D2. The correct answer is A, that is under capital A, that is 1973, C3, that is 54.9%. Under capital D, 1983, 4, that is 44.5%. Under capital C, that is 1999, 1, that is 26.1%. Under capital D, 1994, 2, that is 36.0%. Exercise 54. Which of the statements given below is are correct? 1. The members of the State Election Commission are appointed by the President. 2. These numbers can be removed in like manner. These members can be removed in like manner and on grounds similar to that of the High Court judge. A. Only 1 is true. B. Only 2 is true. C. 1 and 2 both are true. And D. 1 and 2 both are false. The correct answer is B, that is only 2 is true. Only 2 is true. Exercise 55. Which of these statements given below is are correct? 1. The members of the State Finance Commission are appointed by the Governor. 2. A member of the State Finance Commission is appointed till the age of 65 years or for a term of 6 years, whichever is earlier. A. Only 1 is true. B. Only 2 is true. C. 1 and 2 both are true. And D. 1, 2 both are false. The correct answer is A, that is only 1 is true. Exercise 24. Panchayats, municipalities, commissions, major issues of Indian polity. Exercises, page 24.25. Exercise 56. Which of the statements given below is are correct? 1. The tenure of the panchayat is 5 years. 2. It is dissolved in the second year. Its election need to be held within 6 months of the... Repeat. 2. If it is dissolved in the second year, the election need to be held within 6 months of the dissolution. A, only 1 is true, B, only 2 is true, C, 1 and 2 both are true, and D, 1, 2 both are false. The correct answer is C, that is 1, 2 both are true. Exercise 57. Arrange the chairman of the UPC in the UPSC. Arrange the chairman of the UPSC in chronological order. 1. J. M. Qureshi. 2. S. R. Hashim. 3. S. R. Kirwai. And 4. Gurubachan Jagat. The proposed answers are A. 3, 1, 2, 4. B. 1, 3, 2, 4. C. 1, 3, 4, 2. And D. 1, 2, 3, 4. The correct answer is A. That is 3, 1, 2, 4. That is 3. A. R. Kirwai. 1. J. M. Qureshi. 2. S. R. Hashim. And 4. Gurubachan Jagat. Exercise 58. The Deputy Chairman of the Planning Commission enjoys the privileges of A. Governor of a state. B. Judge of a Supreme Court. C. Cabinet Rank Minister. And D. Speaker of the Lok Sabha. The correct answer is C. That is Cabinet Rank Minister. Exercise 59. The Finance Commission is constituted under which of the following articles of the Constitution? A. Article 280. B. Article 281. C. Article 282. And D. Article 283. The correct answer is A. That is Article 280. Exercise 60. Arrange the chairman of the Election Commission in the chronological order. 1. T. S. Krishnamurthy. 2. T. N. Session. 3. Sukumar Sen. 4. Srimati V. S. Ramadevi. A. 3421. B. 4321. C. 4312. And D. 4123. The correct answer is A. That is 3421. 3 means Sukumar Sen. 4. Srimati V. S. Ramadevi. 2. T. N. Session. And 1. T. S. Krishnamurthy. Exercise 61. The National Commission for Women was set up in A. 1991, B. 1992, C. 1993, and D. 1994. The correct answer is B. That is 1992. Exercise 62. As per 2001 census, the 5 major minorities within bracket Muslims, Christians, Sikhs, Buddhists, Zoroastrians, bracket close, constitute which of the following percentage in India's population? A. 17.42%, B. 18.42%, C. 19.42%, and D. 20.42%. The correct answer is B. That is 18.42%. Exercise 63. In which year was the National Commission for Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes began to be constituted in 2 different commissions, one for the scheduled castes and another for the scheduled tribes? A. 1985, B. 1987, C. 1989, and D. 1991. The correct answer is B. That is 1987. Exercise 64. Match list 1 with list 2. In the horizontal column, the heads are list 1 and list 2. Under the head list 1, A. Rajendra Sachar Committee. In the vertical column, against serial number capital A, Rajendra Sachar Committee. Against serial number capital B, Mukherjee Commission. Against serial number capital C, Srivastava Committee. Against serial number capital D, Rajendra Khanna Committee. Under list 2 as head in the vertical column, against serial number 1 to report on mixed land use in Delhi. Serial number 2 to report on the socio-economic status of Muslim community. Serial number 3 to inquire into the death of Subhash Chandra Bose. Serial number 4 to look into the entire taxation structure. 4th, in the horizontal column, the heads are capital A, capital B, capital C, capital D. Under the head capital A in the vertical column, against serial number A1, B2, C2, D4. Under the head capital B, against serial number A2, B3, C3, D3. Under the head capital C, against serial number A3, B4, C1 and D2. Under the serial number capital D, against serial number A4, B1, C4 and D1. The correct answer is B. That is under serial number capital A, Rajendra Sachar Committee. 1. That is to report on mixed land use in Delhi. Under the head capital B, Mukherjee Commission. 2. That is to report on the correct answer is B. That is under the head capital A. That is Rajendra Sachar Committee. 2. That is to report on the socio-economic status on Muslim community. Under the head capital B, Mukherjee Commission. 3. That is to inquire into the death of Subhash Chandra Bose. Under the head capital C, Srivastava Committee. 4. That is to look into the entire taxation structure. Under the head capital D, Tejendra Khanna Committee. 1. That is to report on mixed land use in Delhi. Exercise 65. National Commission for Backward Classes was set up in A. 1991, B. 1992, C. 1993 and D. 1994. The correct answer is C, that is 1993. Page 24.23. Chapter 24, Panchayats, Municipalities, Commissions and Major Issues of Indian Polity. Exercise 36. The State Election Commissioner can be removed. A. By the Governor of the State. B. By the State Assembly. C. Through an order issued by the Chief Minister. D. Through a procedure similar to that for removal of the Judge of the High Court. Exercise 37. Under Article 243, capital D, which of the following categories enjoys reservation of Panchayati membership in proportion to their population? A. Scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. B. Women. C. Backward classes. And D. Physically handicapped persons. The correct answer is A, that is scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. Exercise 38. Match list 1 with list 2 and select the correct code. In the horizontal column, the heads are list 1 and list 2. Under the head list 1, in the vertical column against serial number, capital A, Madhya Pradesh, capital B, West Bengal, capital C, Uttar Pradesh, capital D, Gujarat. Under the head list 2, against serial number, in the vertical column against serial number 1, Anchalik Parishad, against serial number 2, Janapad Panchayat, against serial number 3, Taluka Panchayat, against serial number 4, Kshetra Samiti. Under list 2, 4 is Kshetra Samiti. The code in the horizontal column, again the heads are capital A, capital B, capital C, capital D. Under the head capital A, in the vertical column against serial number A1, B1, C2, D2. Under the head capital B, against serial number A2, B2, C1 and D1. Under the head capital C, against serial number A3, B4, C4 and D3. Under the head capital D, against serial number A4, B3, C3 and D4. The correct answer is C, that is under the head capital A, Madhya Pradesh. 2, that is Janapad Panchayat. Under the head capital B, West Bengal. 1, that is Anchalik Parishad. Under the head capital C, that is Uttar Pradesh. 4, that is Kshetra Samiti. Under the head capital D, Gujarat, that is 3, Taluka Panchayat. Exercise 39. Match list 1 with list 2. In the horizontal column, the headings are list 1, functionary, and space list 2, institution. Under the head list 1, functionary, in the vertical column against serial number capital A, Sarpanch, against serial number capital B. Under the head list 1, functionary, against serial number capital B, chairman. Under the head list functionary, against serial number capital C, in the vertical column against serial number capital C, mayor. Under the head list 1, functionary, serial number D, councillor. Under the head list 2, institution, against serial number 1, municipal corporation, serial number 2, village panchayat, serial number 3, municipality, serial number 4, cantonment board, serial number 5, ward. 4. In the horizontal column, the heads are capital A, capital B, capital C, capital D. Under the head capital A, in the vertical column against serial number A3, B4, C3, D2. Under the head capital B, against serial number, in the vertical column against serial number A4, B3, C3 and D5. Under the head capital C, in the vertical column against serial number A1, B2, C1 and D4. Under the head capital D, against serial number A5, B1, C5 and D5, D3. The correct answer is C, that is under capital A, Sarpanch. 2, that is village panchayat. Under capital B, that is chairman. 3, that is municipality. Under the head capital C, mayor. 1, that is municipal corporation. Under the head capital D, that is councillor. 5, ward. Exercise 40. The Chief Election Commissioner of India can be removed from office during the tenure by A. The Chief Justice of India if some charges are proved against him. B. By the President on the basis of a resolution of the Union Cabinet. C. By a committee consisting of Chief Justice of India, Law Minister of India and the Vice President of India. D. By the President on the basis of resolution passed by the Parliament by 2/3 majority. D. By the President on the basis, correct answer is D. By the President on the basis of resolution passed by the Parliament by 2/3 majority. Exercise 41. Which of the following matters stands excluded from the jurisdiction of the Interstate Council in India? A. Inquiring into and advising upon disputes which may have raised between the states. B. Adjudication of any dispute or complaint with respect to the use, distribution or control of water of or in any interstate river or river valley. C. Investigation and discussion of subjects in which some or all the state or the union and one or more states have a common interest. D. Recommendation on any such subject, in particular recommendation for a better coordination of policy and action with respect to the subject. The correct answer is B. Adjudication of any dispute or complaint with respect to the use, distribution or control of water of or in any interstate river or river valley. Exercise 42. The chairman of the General Council is A. The Chief Minister and is nominated by the Prime Minister of India. B. The Union Minister and is nominated by the President of India. C. The Home Minister. And D. The Vice President of India. The correct answer is C. The Home Minister. Exercise Chapter 24. Panchayats, Municipalities, Commissions and Major Issues of Indian Polity. Exercises page 24.24. Exercise 43. The Finance Commission is constituted to recommend criteria for A. Framing a finance bill. B. Preparing the annual budget of Union Government. C. Distribution of financial resources between Union Governments. And D. Auditing the receipts and expenditures of the Union Government. And the correct answer is C. That is distribution of financial resources between Union Government. Exercise 44. National Commission for Women was created by A. Amending the Constitution. B. A decision of the Union Cabinet. C. An act passed by the Parliament. D. An order of the President of India. The correct answer is C. An act passed by the Parliament. Exercise 45. Match list 1 with list 2. In the horizontal column, the heads are list 1, under list 1 commission/committee, under list 2 subject. Under list 1 as head, commission and committee. In the vertical column, against serial number capital A, K. Shantanam Committee. Against serial number capital B, Shah Commission. Against serial number capital C, S. R. Das Commission. Against serial number capital D, N. N. Bhora Committee. Under list 2 subject 1. Against serial number in the vertical column, against serial number 1, excesses committed during emergency. Serial number capital serial number 2, criminalization of politics. Serial number capital C 3. Serial number no capital. Serial number 3, prevention of corruption. Serial number 4, charges against Pratap Singh Karan. Serial number 5, arrest of M. Karunanidhi. The courts are in the horizontal column. The heads are capital A, capital B, capital C, capital D. Under the head capital A, in the vertical column against serial number A3, B4, C3, D4. Under the head capital B, against serial number A1, B5, C5 and D1. Under the head capital C, against serial number A4, B2, C4 and D2. Under the head capital D, against serial number A2, B2, B3, C2 and D3. The correct answer is A. That is under the head capital A, K. Shantanam Committee. 3. That is prevention of corruption. Under the head capital B, Shah Commission. 1. Excesses committed during emergency. Under the head capital C, S. R. Das Commission. 4. Charges against Pratap Singh Karan. Under the head capital D, N. N. Bhora Committee. 2. That is criminalization of politics. Exercise 46. Which of the following commissions suggested abolition of the post of governor. A. Administrative Reforms Commission. B. Sarkaria Commission. C. Constitution Review Commission. And D. Raja Manar Commission. The correct answer is D, that is Raja Manar Commission. Exercise 47. Which is the prime objective advocated for appointment of the National Judicial Commission? A. Bringing about transparency and impartiality. B. Looking into the functioning of the High Court judges. C. Training of the judges. D. Reforms in the legal system. The correct answer is D, that is reforms in the legal system. Exercise 48. Which of the following committees oblique commissions suggested the creation of local finance commission? A. Balawan Trai Mehta Commission. B. Ashok Mehta Commission. C. Administrative Reforms Commission. And D. Sarkaria Commission. The correct answer is B, that is Ashok Mehta Committee. Ashok Mehta Committee. Exercise 49. The provision of providing identity cards to voters has been made in A. The Constitution of India. B. The Representation of the People's Act 1958. C. The Election Laws Amendment Act 1975. And D. The Criminal and Election Laws Amendment Act 1969. The correct answer is B. The Representation of the People's Act 1958. Exercise 50. Which of the following is the main function of the Central Vigilance Commission of India? Which of the following is the main function of the Central Vigilance Commission of India? A. To keep watch on the investigation agencies in the country. B. To expedite the disposal of criminal cases pending in the courts. C. To scrutinize the utilization of developmental funds sanctioned by the government. And D. To inquire or cause an inquiry of alleged offence of a public servant. D. To inquire or cause an inquiry of alleged offence of a public servant. Exercise 51. Which of the following statements is correct? The Chief Election Commissioner can be removed from office before expiry of his term. A. In like manner and like grounds as a member of the Union Public Service Commission. B. In the like manner and like grounds as a judge of the Supreme Court. C. On the recommendations of the Supreme Court. And D. On the recommendations of the Cabinet. The correct answer is B. In like manner and like grounds as judges of the Supreme Court.